from Introspect. I am doing a collective reading for Monday the 20th of November 2023 through to the 27th. These are timeless readings, so if this does find you outside of that date frame, please take note. There's a message here for you. As always, within my readings, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's get into it. So I've had quite a few cards pop out while I was shuffling, so I'm going to flow with them first. So first of all, the Ever Unfolding Rose from the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light deck. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So when we go through really challenging times in our lives and our heart is cracked open or our world is cracked open, and so maybe it's the breakdown of a relationship, maybe it's being forced to move, maybe it's losing your job, these big things that happen, maybe it's losing a loved one. These are happening for you. These moments that are challenging on an emotional, mental, physical, spiritual level, these are not happening to you, they are happening for you. And quite often, and you may have proof of this already within your life. I know I have proof of many times in my life where I've been so challenged and it's been so hard in the darkness of what I've gone through. And then I've recognized further down the path that what I went through was all in divine timing for right where I am right now and now throughout my life, right? So everything that I've been through that was so super challenging has made me who I am today. It shifted me, it changed me, it forced me to change. It forced me to pivot onto this path that now I get to experience great joy and pleasure and amazing relationships and incredible communication and being connected to myself and my gifts and source. And if all of those challenging times hadn't have happened to me, then who knows where I would be, right? So trust that if something big is happening to you, it is happening for you. So where can you have some knowingness that everything is going to work out, everything is going to be okay, and that this is a part of your journey, and you will do amazing things with this challenge that you're currently faced with. So the second one came out of the Archangel Power Tarot deck. 9 of Gabriel. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. Beautiful card. So again, like if you're going through a challenging time, stay determined. You can do this. Yeah? And I want you to find a time in your life previous to now where you have been through a challenging time and you came through it. And maybe you now have recognized the blessings in that challenge. And that can be your determination to keep moving forward right now. You've got this. And that you can be prepared for any possibility, that when we let go of our attachment to how we think things should be, our expectations of what we wanted things to be, even when we can let go of all expectations, then we can be open and prepared for any possibility, right? Then the universe can do its magic. So with the energies on the planet right now too, so I'm just feeling into the environmental activism, right? So maybe this is a time, and yeah, so the current energies on our planet we're being blasted with so much light, and that is calling all of the darkness to the surface so that we can see it, so that we can transmute it. And what this might look like is a lot of people starting to speak up and use their voices. A lot of people might start to step into that activism role. Our environment has been so, I want to say pummeled. That's the only word that's coming to me. Our environment has been damaged greatly and by humanity, and we get to turn that around. We get to be the change. So, you know, like maybe you will notice activism around the environment coming into your awareness. How can we be a part of that? What can we do in our own backyards to support that and be a part of that, and to bring more love and support in for our beautiful planet and environment? So the next one came out of the magical messages from the fairies. I'm a fairy. And I love this so much. Express your individuality. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. Individuality is huge for me, and it has been throughout my whole life. Even when being my individual self was difficult, there were challenges in that because I was teased, I was bullied. I have been, you know, like I have been judged for being who I am, for being different, for being the black sheep of the family even, right? But I continue to express my individuality and to drop into my authenticity, because if I'm not being authentic, then it is incredibly draining trying to be something that I'm not, trying to be something that's pleasing everyone else. So I definitely tapped out of that many, many years ago and stepped into who I am. And that looked like actually getting to a point of being lost first, not knowing who the fuck I was, because I'd shifted and changed myself so much in order to please others. And then starting that beautiful journey of finding who I am, finding what lights me up, what makes my heart sing. And as I've gone along that path and I've really stepped into who I truly am, I've allowed myself to shine. I will not let others' judgments get in the way of me shining. I will continue to shine. And I really would love to inspire, to support you to shine your light as bright as you freaking can, because that's how we inspire others to do so as well. So really express your individuality because you are awesome. Okay, that's not all the jumpers. So the relationship oracle, which was up on the shelf and I wasn't going to use, and it kept calling me, and then I had 2 cards jump out. So the first one is commitment, number 13, if that means anything for you, or it could be a 4. The frequency of commitment supports our ability to devote ourselves in all aspects of our being with an unwavering belief. And I feel like this is actually tied to our individuality. Are you committed to your path? Are you committed to being authentically you? Are you committed to shining your light as bright as you can for this world? With unwavering belief, right? Like, can you truly believe in yourself? Be your own individual person. Be committed to who you truly are. Be committed to your path. And when we are committed to our path, and actually something else that popped through this morning actually was around, you know, the motivation for us to be committed to our path, and what motivates us, and what are our priorities? Where do we want to be? And, you know, like if you say that you want something, but then you don't take any action towards it, do you really want that? Or is it just something that you're saying? Because our action is what speaks louder than our words. So our commitment and our devotion to ourselves is what is going to create those action steps towards our unwavering belief in ourselves. That's going to move us towards what it is that we're wanting to create in this world. And this one is awareness, number 11. Beautiful. So new beginnings. The energy of awareness supports our capacity to focus our attention on all aspects of a multi-dimensional world so that we can create a reality that we truly choose. So I literally was just saying, you know, what are you creating? So our awareness is so, I love the image too. Our awareness is everything on this journey of self-discovery and self-growth and self-belief even. When we have an awareness of what is, you know, what's going on in the background, what's the software playing in the background, or when we have an awareness of the patterns that we are, of behavior, or the programming that is playing out, when we have an awareness of this, then we can choose to do something different if we're wanting to create a different reality. Okay, so if there's anything in your life that you are not enjoying within your reality, what can you do different to create a change? Because in this multidimensional world, we are creators. We have been repressed and we have been shut down and we have been lied to about our power to create. That is what we're here for. We are here to create and to experience the human experience. So what is it that you can have an awareness of, that you can start to bring your attention to in order to do something different, to create a reality that you are choosing, not a reality that, and I guess this can, you know, this can come into, it's happening for you, not to you. So sometimes when we get stuck on this is happening to me from a victim mentality, rather than this is happening for me from an empowered mentality. So around that, you know, what are we creating? When something when a challenge happens to us, I'm just going to take a breath. When a challenge happens to us, if we switch up that belief of this is happening to me, I'm a victim, I have no control over what's happening, to this is happening for me. So what can I control in this moment? What can I choose? What can I change? What can I do differently to what I've done before in order to create a new reality? And that's how we start to learn this process of being a creator and not falling victim to things happening to us. Our belief systems come into this, because if we have belief systems of unworthiness or not good enough, or you know, that we can't truly express ourselves, then we need to do the work to release those limiting beliefs so that we can start to create, and we can start to believe that we are worthy, that we are good enough, that we are safe to express ourselves now in this reality. Okay, so I'm going to pull one from the Oracle of the Essences. This is essential oils. So I'm just going to ask what essential oil will most benefit the collective for the week of November the 20th, 2023 through to the 27th. Osmanthus, wishes and beliefs. Osmanthus. So we've got the genie in the bottle, right? The wishes. I feel like this is so tied into what I've just been talking about as well, like talking about our belief systems and, you know, what we're wanting to create, and trusting in the universe, trusting that when we show the universe and we express with our intention what we truly want, and then we take the aligned action towards that, the universe will open up for us. Our wishes will be granted, but we must take action. Yeah? We must take action, because if we say we want something and then we don't do the action towards what we are wanting to create, then there's no energy behind that, right? It's kind of like, oh, I want this, but it's stagnant. So if you say, I want this, and then you start taking the aligned action towards what it is that you want, the universe will start to open up and create synchronicities and create the people that you need to meet in order to get that reality or to create that reality. You know, maybe it's a healer that you need to see in order to release those limiting beliefs that are stopping you from truly stepping onto your path. Maybe it's, you know, meeting the person in the cafe that has a business that offers you a job, or, you know, whatever it may be. I want you to trust in your ability to make your wishes come true now, but we have to show the universe that we are serious by taking aligned action and by releasing any wishy-washy energy. So I'm just feeling that, you know, the indecision, the cloudiness, maybe the stuck energy even, you know, like if we want to get really clear on what it is that we want to create, what does our life look like? What does our ideal life look like? And what will come up when we start to take action is what needs to be released in order to get there. And that's when it's trusting that it's happening for you, not to you. So actually, I have a great story around that. You know, like when I was in a relationship that was very challenging and controlling and manipulative, I set the intention without even realizing what I was doing. This was way back before I really got onto my spiritual path, but I knew that I wanted more. I knew that I deserved to be treated with love and respect, and I knew that I was worth more, but I didn't know how to get there. And I put those, because of the contrast that I was experiencing in my life in real time, there was so many rockets of desire. If you follow Abraham Hicks, if you don't, look her up, look Esther Hicks up, who channels Abraham. I was putting out so many rockets of desire of what I did want, that while it was challenging because everything was breaking down and it was so chaotic, that was the pivot that was moving me towards where I am now, in a safe, healthy, loving relationship, fully respected, worthy of all of the beautiful things that I have around me now, knowing my worth now. And if I hadn't have been through that challenging time and sent those rockets of desire out, then I may not be here right now. Okay, the angels and ancestors. This is a Kyle Gray deck, so I will always put all of the decks that I've used in the notes if you want to look any of them up. Okay, I don't know if that was on, if that was meant to be. Let's just check. That's a yes. And that's a yes. Okay, we've got 2 cards out of this deck today. So the Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. Really tribal, right? So really connecting to your, maybe this is about connecting to your culture, to your roots, to the medicine that's been passed down through the generations, right? Like a lot of generational healing's been coming through my one-on-one sessions with people. And honor your inner knowing. If you are being called to something, whatever it is right now, this is your guidance, this is your message, to honor that, to go with that. And it does feel tribal, it does feel cultural, it feels like connecting to your roots. Maybe it's about reaching out to somebody that you haven't talked to for a long time. Maybe it's about reaching out to a loved one that where there's been like a rift or a long time of space where you haven't connected. Maybe this is about connecting to, family. I'm getting family, culture, roots. Honor your inner knowing. You know what this is. I might not know what this is, but you know what this is. Whoever that is for. And the Knight. Be brave and honest. I feel like these are connected because there's a lot of bravery that comes with this, right? Like if there's a part of you that you've always denied, whether it is your culture or your, you know, maybe it's the medicine that actually has been passed down through generations and maybe you've had a block to it. But can you be bold? Can you be brave? And can you step into that now? Honesty is something that is really, really important for us coming into this new earth energy, right? Because if we're not honest with ourselves, first and foremost, then how can we be honest with others? How can we be honest with our loved ones, with those around us? So being really, it takes a lot of bravery actually to be honest with ourselves, to really, you know, like allow the ego to fall away and come into the heart space and be really honest and true, you know, like with whatever it is that's going on for you. How can you drop into your heart space and be honest with yourself in this moment? And then, you know, externally, once we've had that honesty with ourselves, then how can we be honest with those around us? So whatever needs to be spoken out loud takes a lot of bravery. To speak things out loud, to communicate honestly when there's fear of rejection or abandonment or, you know, or just fear in general about how this is going to go, fear of the unknown. So being brave and being honest. Final deck is the Keepers of the Light. This is another Kyle Gray deck. So Keepers of the Light. Who's coming through for us, for the collective, for the 20th of November 2023 through to the 27th? For this energy, for a new moon energy. Which Keeper of the Light wants to guide us through this energy? No, not yet. Now, listening is so very important when we're listening to our intuition. Faith, humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Oh my God, this is so on point right now. For where we're at with humanity, there is so much good in the world, and we are being forced to see all of the darkness and the chaos and the yuck in the world right now. I feel like this is a message to trust in the unseen, trust in the light, trust in yourself and others. This feels like a beautiful opportunity again to breathe into the heart space when we feel ourselves getting anxious, nervous, that tightness in the chest when we look at something that is heart-wrenching, when we're seeing other people suffer, where there's pain, where there's ridiculousness, where there's what looks like evil. Can we come into our heart space? Can we disconnect from what we've just seen? And can we come into our heart space and breathe that light into our heart and come back to the belief, the faith in humanity and in benevolence, in the light in the world? There is so much good in the world. There are so many amazing, beautiful people in this world that are creating incredible things. Some of it we may not see yet. Some of these people are just walking angels, earth angels, walking through our streets. You don't even know how much they are uplifting our planet purely by just walking down the street, by being who they are. And I want you to have faith that there are many, many, many. There is a lot of light in this world? Can you find the light in your world for this week? Can you have faith that everything is exactly where it needs to be in order for us to shift the frequency of the planet? Trust in the good in yourself, trust in the good in others, stay calm, and I would say by breathing into the heart space and coming into our heart rather than being in the mind and the ego, coming into that heart space and coming back to love, coming back to faith. Love over fear, faith over fear. Yeah? Because again, like, we're always creating. And if we're creating from a place of love, then we're going to create more experiences of love. If we're creating from a place of fear, then we're going to create more experiences of fear. And we have the power to do that. We have the power to be creators. We're creating in every moment anyway, whether it's negative or positive. But when you realize that you get to choose and you can be really intentional about it, then you get to create the reality that you truly love. So that is all for today. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, share. If you feel like you know someone that might need any of the messages in this, please do share. I'm growing this channel. I want to bring these free readings out. I want to help humanity in every way that I can by shining my light and bringing these messages through for whoever needs to hear them in the moment. Lots of